Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Spark. October 6th, 2019. It is a Sunday here in Louisville. It is gray and raining as fuck outside. We've got finally got a break in the hot weather, and it is looking a hell of a lot better, or it's a hell of a lot nicer than the 100-degree days that we've been having. So fortunately, that's a break. Maybe my lawn will see something other than dead grass for a couple weeks before it drops into the toilet and becomes completely frozen over and everything else. Welcome to week 40 of the BladeForms.com 20th anniversary year of giveaways. As usual, I'm your boy Spark. I'm the owner of BladeForms.com, and I'm going to well, let's try this again. Hey, what's up? Maybe that's better. Pioma, can you hear me now? Jeez. I'm just completely stupid, it would appear, and I let the music completely cover up everything I was saying. So yeah, hey, October 6th, 2019, Sunday here in Louisville, Kentucky, raining out, gray, hideous. As usual, I'm Spark. I'm the owner of BladeForms.com. You are here for week 40 of the BladeForms.com 20th anniversary year of giveaways, where we are giving away knives every week for an entire year to celebrate our 20th anniversary. BladeForms.com officially opened for business back in 1998. We consider November 2nd to be our official opening day, even though we actually did open back in September 2nd. But yeah, we've been around for 20 years now, and to celebrate our 20th anniversary, we're giving away knives for the entire year. And here is your chance to win some of them. This week, we're giving away a Ontario Knives Spec Plus SP8 Machete Survival, laser engraved with the BladeForms.com logo on the blade. As you can see, this is a big monster here. This is a hefty beast. Basically, quarter of an inch thick, 1095 steel, injection molded handle. Has the BladeForms.com logo laser engraved on it. Heavy duty Haas. Yeah, it's a beast, and it's one of a kind, and it's going to be going home to somebody at the end of this broadcast. In addition, every week we like to do a live stream giveaway for various goodies. This week I've got some various stuff in a box for y'all. Kershaw Groove, we've given away a few of those. SEH1 Arrowhead, we give away one of those every week. This week somebody's going to get a Gemtech sticker, a Tough Products Velcro patch from SHOT Show 2018 that I've had kicking around, some 550 cord, and who knows, maybe I'll be super generous and throw in some hate sauce from Chick-fil-A or soy sauce from the Japanese place down the street. We'll see how I'm feeling. We'll also be giving away Velcro patches, if I can orient it correctly, stickers, logo t-shirts, BladeForms.com gold memberships, or something similar to that, in addition to the knife and the live stream prize pack. So yeah, we'll be going around with all kinds of that. Let's see, I'm seeing some people in chat that I've seen before. Chris Doyle is a familiar face, Pioma is a familiar face, Iron Kid and Big Bad Goth are our Irish tag team duo. SWEDC has been here before. Beefer Baron, I don't know if this is your first time in the broadcast or not, but for everybody who hasn't watched before, let's do a quick breakdown. What happens is that every week I do a giveaway thread on the forums. For this week, of course, it's the Ontario Spec Plus Machete Survival. Here, if you go to the giveaway threads, you can see the various threads there. This week's thread is for the Ontario Spec Plus SP8 Machete Survival, and go into it right there. You can see the thread. Here, it's got 15 pages of entries, so let's go to the end. Let's take a look at the very last page. All right, so the last post here is post number 289. So what we do is we go over to random.org and we enter in post number 2, which is the first post after my first post, and 289 is the last post. And then when I hit this generate button here, it will pick a random number from the giveaway thread, and whoever that is, if they followed the instructions, if they have followed the instructions, then they will have the opportunity, or they will win, whatever the prize is. We have some very simple rules in order to do the prize. Rule number 1: you have to have been a member since before November 2nd, 2018, our 20th anniversary. This is to prevent people from registering multiple free profiles and stacking the deck in their favor for the giveaway. Rule number 2, or rule number 1 is waived if you have a paid subscription. We figure nobody's going to be buying multiple basic or gold memberships to try to stack the deck. If they are, who knows? We haven't seen it yet. I trust that if they do that, then hopefully I'll spot matching addresses going to the same people over and over again, but, it hasn't run into that yet. Rule number 2, once that you've entered, if you do have a basic membership, or if you do have a free membership, you have to send a letter to bladeforums.com, 8007 Vinecrest Avenue, suite number 6, Louisville, Kentucky, 40222. If you have a paid subscription, that's not a requirement, because we know you're real. So yeah, show up and win and follow the rules, and everything is good to go. So yeah, basically we use random.org here to eliminate any accusations of nepotism or favoritism or rigged contests. I hit the generate button. As you can see on the screen, as soon as I hit that generate button, a random number is picked, and we do it live. So, I announce it right on the air, and there you go. So there's no faking, there's no tomfoolery going on, there's no shenanigans or anything like that. It's just random numbers being picked based off of random.org. And then at the end of the day, we do a little live stream prize pack for whoever's in the channel, and we'll do that with a different website later on down the road. Before we get to anything else, make sure that you get your entries in on week 41. Well, obviously I screwed up this post, but yeah, week 41 here is for, let me edit this while I've got you guys on the air. Week 41, save changes. All right, so week 41 is for this knife right here. This is a Kaiser Knives KI4510A2 Nick Swan Matanzas knife. This has got a CPM S35VN steel blade, has a titanium handle with carbon fiber inlays, and this is what will be given away next week. So, make sure that you guys get your guys get your entries in on that week. And if you win this week, you're not going to be qualified for next week. But hey, that's how it goes. So yeah. Otherwise, it's rain's got me kind of distracted. I didn't sleep well last night because it was kind of warm out, had the windows open, and where I live, we get a bunch of motorcycles going past my window late at night. So yeah, I'm a little bit tired today, but we'll see what goes on. So yeah, and we've got a ton of other stuff left to give away. Even though this is week 41 this week, and we're doing week 40's giveaway, I mean, I've got a couple dozen other knives still to give away, so I'm not sure I'm gonna manage that. Maybe on week 52. Maybe on week 52, I'll just have to keep giving away main prizes until everything's gone, or maybe we'll carry it on through the 21st year. What's up, Mark Grant? Good to see you. Jason Puckett, hey, what's going on? Chris Doyle, of course, hey to you. And it's good to see all you guys join us this week. It's nice to see everybody tuned in. you know, and as we go through, we'll see some of the other stuff going on. So, yeah, let's, nothing to it but to do it. Let's get to the very first giveaway. So what I'm going to do here is hit the generate button. As you can see, it pulled up post number 35. So that is going to be on page 2 of the giveaway thread. So, oh man, what happened to my, man, I am totally unprepared today. I don't have my, magical giveaway form filled out yet. So let's go to week 40 for the SP8. And first off, what we're going to do is give away a sticker here. So we're going to go to post 35 here. Post 35 is for bike rector or bike erector or bic erector. So yeah, that's post 35. So for the sticker, post 35, BIKERECTOR. So BFC sticker, post 35, bike erector. So congrats to him, and that's how easy it is. Then we'll do the patch, then we'll do the shirt, then we will do the membership, then the grand prize, and the live stream. So yeah, that's how easy it goes. So Bike Erector won the fabulous BladeForums.com die cut sticker. That'll go out to him sometime this week. And yeah, let's see. I should got a note here in chat. You could give away some. You could give some away to frequent beneficial posters, open up nominations or something, and then have the mod team decide or vote. Yeah, yeah, I could do that, or I could not. You know, who knows? I could also totally, you know, demand that people do completely unreasonable things and, you know, act as slave labor and come up with wonderful articles or something, wonderful content for the site. Who knows? Maybe I could do a photo contest where somebody has the best photos wins a knife. Or, you know, maybe somebody does an amazing knife review and wins, you know, Chick-fil-A zesty buffalo sauce. There's no telling what could happen. So yeah, we've given away the sticker. Now we're going to give away the BladeForums.com Velcro patch. The BladeForums.com Velcro patch is available in a wide variety of stellar colors. We have blue, we have gold, we have OD green, we have stealth gray, and we have multicam. So, so yeah, it is time to do that. So let's go over to random.org. Let's hit generate on the button here and post number 105. All right, that took a little while. Post number 105 gets the BladeForums.com Velcro patch. What the heck? Oh, I clicked on the wrong window. Okay, well, there we go. Let's see if we can get that pulled up. All right, let's get to the right window here. All right, so post number 105 is probably on page 6, I want to say. Yep. Post number 105, post number 105, P2P. P2P wins. All right, BFC Velcro patch, post 105, P2P is the winner. And that's how simple it is. Very simple. Congrats to P2P. Congrats to Bike Erector. You guys may hear a little bit of raspiness in my throat, a little bit of a cough. For those of you who don't know, I have pretty bad allergies, and I'm allergic to cats and dogs, so naturally I've got 2 cats and 2 dogs in the house. And that has resulted in chronic allergies and asthma and all kinds of stuff. And in addition, you may have noticed I'm carrying a little bit around my midsection, so that leads to me having some other issues. I had an episode the other day where I had really bad acid reflux, which led to my throat being real sore, which led to a really bad asthma attack. So I had to go see a doctor this week to get asthma prescription refilled, and doctor saying I'm going to have to go to a GI specialist to get scoped apparently later on this month, so that's going to be fun. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you tuned in. Hopefully, I don't want to do this stuff, but my mom died of esophageal cancer back in 2002 or 03, and when you've got family history of esophageal cancer, then it's basically, according to the doctor, Caucasian, male, 47 years old, history of reflux, family history of esophageal cancer. It ticks all the boxes for, having warning signs of, wanting to get it checked out. So the doctor's saying that I need to get GI scoped to make sure that I don't have some kind of, I think, Barr syndrome or something along those lines, which can turn, if is left untreated, can turn into cancer, and I really don't want that. So I'm going to go get that checked out next week, and we'll make sure that everything is good to go. So up next, what we're going to do is the giveaway for the BladeForums.com logo t-shirt. You can see the BladeForums.com logo t-shirt's got the BladeForums.com logo on the back, and you can see behind me it's turned around so that you can see this small logo on the front. We're going to do that. Esophageal cancer sucks, folks. It is probably one of the worst ways to go. It has a 5-year mortality rate of 100%. Basically, if you get esophageal cancer, you're dead. It's just a matter of when. So this is not something that I want to happen to me. I'm going to try to avoid it if at all possible. So I've got to cover my bases with that. So let's get on to more pleasant subjects. Let's go to random.org. Let's hit the generate button for the t-shirt. Post number 82. Let's go to the giveaway thread. All right, post number 82 should be on page 5. Post number 82, C-TAC. C-TAC. All right, so BFC Shirt. Post 82, C-TAC. Congrats to C-TAC, he wins that. So this is exactly how easy it goes. We just tear on through, and then when it's time to finish that, we'll talk about some news and some other stuff, and we will get that taken care of. So congrats to C-TAC. We're at 518 now, and let's get back to let's give away the t-shirt, and then let's give away the BladeForums.com membership, and then we'll go on to the next thing. So random.org, click the generate button, post number 162. So let's go to the giveaway thread. Post number 162 is probably going to be on page 9, I want to say. Yep. All right, so post number 162. Danbot. So Danbot wins the membership extension. Danbot's been a member since October 31, 2009. 8,700 posts. Wow. Last seen viewing Blade Forum's political arena. Okay. So Danbot is going to get a gold membership extension, so I will get him taken care of after the show. And with that, congrats to Danbot. Let me see that here. BFC membership, post 162, Danbot. All right. So yeah, speaking of political forum, I don't know if you guys, you guys probably don't check out tech support, but I had a couple people complaining this week that they don't want to see the bladeforums.com political arena showing up on the news feed for new posts. I'm like, okay, you don't have to click on the threads. What's the deal there, folks? If you don't want to, if you don't want to go to the, if you don't want to see new political posts, then just don't click on the thing. But they were asking for the political post to be filtered out. I'm like, look, if you guys don't want to see the political posts on your news feed, then I can, I can do a special level of membership for you where you don't see the political forum at all. But otherwise, there's no real way for that to do it. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Mark Grant Jr., are you giving away another Spider code today? No, I'm not giving away another Spider code today. We're going to wait for that since we've got 12 weeks left. I'll probably wait until, I don't know, week 8 and then week 4 to give away the Spider codes. This week we're going to be giving away a Kershaw Groove and a bunch of other cool stuff, possibly some soy sauce, who knows. Maybe some tactical plexiglass, as Gary Grayley likes to put it. Maybe, who knows, maybe a used pen. Hey, I've got a great sticker here. Toilet cameras are for research purposes only. A local, the place I got the bladeforums.com stickers from had a bunch of these printed up, and I got one of these from them. I've been tempted to put this up in, bathrooms and airplane lavatories wherever I go. I don't fly that often, but it is kind of humorous to see something like that. It'd be funny to document the reactions and see how people are reacted to it. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's basically it for that. We've got other stuff going on, but yeah. Now it is time for current events. So let's take a look here. It's 5:23 p.m. And let's talk about some news here. Let me see if I can get the news up on the thing. All right. So first and foremost, as always, we'll plug Knife Rights. KnifeRights.com is fighting for the future of knife ownership. These guys are taking the fight to places like New York and other anti-gun, anti-weapons, anti-knife areas, and doing basically what some of the other organizations refuse to, and they've chalked up major victories. They've gone against New York, they've gone against Texas, they've gone they're fighting in Boston and various other places, and it is run by Doug and Sue Ritter. Doug and Sue Ritter deserve your support, so contribute what you can. Donate to Knife Rights if you can. There's a little donate button right here on their website. You can donate. You can call by phone. They can take your credit card. You can do a form, or you can donate online with credit card or PayPal and set up a monthly donation with PayPal. So do what you can. If you don't feel like doing that right away, then you can also go to smile.amazon.com. And if you go to smile.amazon.com, it allows you to pick where your portion of your proceeds will go to, and I've picked Knife Rights Foundation. Now, I don't shop off of Amazon very often, but when I do, I go to smile.amazon.com, and Knife Rights gets a portion of it. Considering that Amazon.com made $12 billion in profit last year and paid 0 taxes, it's not hurting them one bit. So yeah, if you do purchase off Amazon, go to smile.amazon.com, pick Knife Rights Foundation, and make sure that they get some of your money, because they are doing what they can to fight for all of us. So yeah, no knife news in the news this week. We've just got a whole bunch of Second Amendment stuff going on. and there is a lot of stuff going on in the news with that. So first and foremost, FBI came out with their crime in the U.S. reports for 2018, and this is actually a really interesting thing. Here, let me see if I can get this screen set up right. So this is and if you guys click down below or look down below of this video, I've actually got a link to this report right here. FBI publishes their what's called their UCR, their Uniform Crime Reports, every single year. It's crime stats for what's going on in the country, and they cover all violent crime, basically murder, rape, robbery, arson, hate crimes, etc. But what's of concern to us is that oh man, that was loud lightning. Folks, if we lose internet connection here, I apologize. I may have to reset the router or something like that, but I will be back. So yeah, basically, this week they came out with their Uniform Crime Reports that covers the whole spectrum. And let me see if we can get this pulled up here. I'll see if I can pull this up on the other screen. As you can see here, violent crime, property crime, offense tables, expanded offense data. We got homicide trends, rates, weapons, people arrested, police employee data, all the stuff that FBI collects a whole bunch of information here. But what concerns us this year is violent crime in the United States, specifically murder victims. So 2018's information came out, and we see right here that violent crime for homicide, total number of homicides, went down from 2016 and 2017. 2016 was 15,000 murders. 2017, or 15,300 murders. 2017 was 15,195 murders. 2018 was 14,123 murders. That is, almost 6% drop in murder rates. So why does this matter? Well, you guys have heard a lot of talk on the news about how we are in a gun violence epidemic. Oh my God, we got to do something about the guns. We have to take away your Second Amendment rights so that we can do something about this gun violence epidemic. Well, let's take a look. Total firearms murders are at 10,265. That's down from 2017's 11,000. But even more interesting than that, let's come down here. Look, rifle murders dropped almost 25% from 390 murders in 2017 to 297 murders in 2018. So, far from being a gun violence epidemic, let's do some quick math here. Let's see, a total of 14,123 murders divided by let's see how this is. 297 divided by 14,123 equals, 0.02 or 2% of all murders committed with firearms was done with rifles. And that's all rifles combined. That's Granddad's 30-30. That's that's Uncle Billy's Florida man's lever action. That's Winchester, 1903 30-06. That's somebody's M1 Garand, and that includes the dreaded AR-15 and AK-47 and various other modern sporting rifles. So clearly, 297 rifle murders altogether is not an epidemic. It is not something that we have to ban everything under the sun for. But what's to put this in even more perspective, 297 rifle murders. Let's see if I can get this on the right screen. 297 rifle murders, 1,515 knife murders. So literally, knives were used 5 times as much as rifles. You know, we're knife people. That's why you're on the channel here. Our hobby, ordinary cutting tools, were used 5 times as often as rifles. You don't hear these people, and yet, in England, they're wanting to ban all knives altogether or ban anything that has points. Here in the U.S., they've decided that, assault weapons, semi-automatic rifles are such a danger. Fucking blunt objects such as clubs or hammers. Hammers. Blunt objects. I don't know what I did with it. I've got a bat around here somewhere. I've got a baton from RMJ filled with pewter. But hammers. 443 people killed with hammers. So more than 30% more people were killed with hammers than with rifles of all kinds. Personal weapons such as hands, fists, and feet. 672 people were killed with that. So nearly double. No, more than double. 50% more than 100% more. 120% more people were killed getting punched out, getting kicked, getting stomped, elbow to the face, knee to the groin, getting their neck broke, choked, whatever. 120% more people were killed by hands and feet and knees or whatever than all rifles put together. Yeah. So what are we going to do? We're going to ban people's hands? I mean, I don't know about you guys. Yeah, my hands are deadly weapons. I got to register my hands and fists and elbows. I'm like Royce motherfucking Gracie up in here. No, I'm not. Royce Gracie's a monster. I'd never want to meet him in a dark alley. Dude scares the shit out of me every time I see him in person because he is just a monster. Yeah. Hands, fists, and feet kills more than 100 or more than double the amount of rifles. So, yeah. That's I totally suggest that you guys look at the FBI Uniform Crime Reports and check it out. And hell, 90 people were killed by asphyxiation. Almost 1/3 as many people were choked to death or strangled as shot with semi-automatic or with rifles of all kinds. So yeah, that's anybody who tells you we have to do something about the guns, yeah, they're fucking lying. So yeah, click the link down, or if you guys are on PC or on your phone or whatever, look down below in the description of this video, and you'll see the link to the FBI Uniform Crime Report. And bookmark it, save it, use it in your discussions when you're dealing with shitheads who want to ban guns or ban whatever. So it's bizarre. It's fucking bizarre, these people. It's crazy, the perception risk of deaths. Everybody hops in their car. There's last year 10,000 people were killed by drunk drivers. You never hear about calls for background checks or waiting periods or mandatory breathalyzers in every new vehicle sold in the U.S. Fucking 10,000 people last year were killed by texting and driving, distracted drivers. Of those, something like 6,000 were done by people under the age of 20. Nobody's talking about banning, nobody's talking about mandatory federal banning of texting or use of cell phones in cars. That's something that could be disabled by just, software. If the car detects that you're moving, turn off texting ability and just have that on there, unless it's like a driverless car, like a Tesla or something along those lines. But no, anywhere between 180,000 and 440,000 people are killed every year by medical errors. Neglect, malpractice, simple medical errors, wrong medication, end-of-life steps that just did not go right. That's like the third leading... Man, there's some weird noises coming in here. That's like the third leading cause of death in the U.S. is medical errors now. But no, you see doctors talking about how we have to do something about a gun violence epidemic, and yet it's nowhere near, anywhere near what's going on with these guys. So, yeah. Up next, let's talk about some other news. So basically, people have figured out that being able to, trying to do gun control laws is not working too well. So they're trying to do bizarre legal theories in court. In October 2018, a group of individuals representing minors in Chicago filed a federal lawsuit in U.S. District Court for Northern plaintiffs contended that because Chicago's pervasive violence is causing children, including plaintiffs, to become psychologically disabled and unable to perform adequately in school. Therefore, the plaintiffs contended, under the Federal Americans with Disabilities Act, Illinois officials are required to enact an itemized list of severe new gun control regulations. Basically, these people are using all kinds of bizarre federal laws to try to push gun control from other angles. And we've seen this, using, in gun control, we've seen it with a Commerce Clause, where people get prosecuted, or how the feds have a lawful jurisdiction of firearms, because let's say a guy manufactures a machine gun in his house out of solid bill of aluminum. Well, because the bill of aluminum came from somewhere else across state lines, the feds have jurisdiction over it because it falls under interstate commerce. So it's bizarre. Basically, state of Illinois tried to do the motion to dismiss this because it's just a bizarre thing, and a federal judge denied this motion to dismiss, allowing the case to go forward. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes. Somehow, I think that this is going to get. It's in a federal district, so it's not going to hit the state Supreme Court. It may go to the Supreme Court of the U.S. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But this is a new tactic for these people, and we'll see what is going on here down the road. A couple weeks back, San Francisco declared that the NRA was a domestic terrorist organization. And they said that they were going to blacklist anybody that does business with the NRA. Basically, NRA filed suit against them as a First Amendment issue, and San Francisco Board of Supervisors backed down. NRA basically caused these people to blink, and the San Francisco Supervisors Board, buckled. So that's where that is. NRA is supporting Supreme Court petition against Massachusetts semi-auto ban. So for those of you who aren't familiar with this, a year or two back, Massachusetts, back in 2016, the Attorney General of Massachusetts, Attorney General Maura Healey, decided that she was going to reinterpret the state's assault weapons ban to ban a variety of firearms, without any constitutional power to do so. The state legislators are the ones that have to do this. And she's like, well, you know what? I'm going to interpret the Massachusetts law and do this my own thing. And basically, NRA is taking her to court. They're filing... or they filed a lawsuit, and this is probably going to go before Supreme Court of the United States to see what's happened. Federal court allowed this already. We'll see what happens with the Supreme Court. But this is yet another example of why it is important to vote in elections, because, if Clinton had won, then she would have had, Merrick Garland go up to the Supreme Court and, as Scalise's replacement. And then, Kavanaugh wouldn't be on the court either. So, chances are they would have allowed this, and Second Amendment rights would have been gone effectively. So, another thing to keep in mind. Next up, so yeah, another link down below in the comments here. Basically, on Wednesday of this week, MSNBC held a 6-hour anti-gun rally. What it was billed as basically a town hall for the various Democratic presidential candidates to get their voices out there and explain their positions and what it on gun violence in the U.S. And basically all they did was promote gun control. You had Biden, you had Beto O'Rourke, you had Warren, Buttigieg, Booker, Klobuchar, various others speaking, and everybody agreed that we need that that the country needs to have universal background checks, red flag laws, and there's a epidemic of gun violence in the country. Despite FBI uniform crime reports saying otherwise, they think it's a epidemic of gun violence. Buttigieg said that there needs to be passing new laws while combating white nationalism. He also called for gun licensing, which totally never ever has been used in a racist manner before, like in New York or everywhere else it's been implemented. Where it winds up that poor people don't get licenses, rich and politically connected do get licenses. So yeah. Buttigieg also talked about banning AR-15s, and he didn't mention confiscation, but pretty much that's understood. Castro wanted a tax on ammunition because, of course, that's totally not racist. Booker said he has wants to ban and confiscate semi-auto firearms. He pushed for safe storage laws, which is... I hate safe storage laws with a passion because basically safe storage laws are everything that's wrong with gun control. One, you're penalizing poor people. Poor people cannot afford to have very expensive gun safes. There is a YouTube video called From Safe to Arm in Seconds. And you know what? As a matter of fact, let's see. Security on sale. Let me see if I can find this. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can find this video. So yeah, I'm going to show you something here. This is a video where they have basically they have two guys come in. All right. They have two guys come in with common hand tools. You see one guy with a breaker bar here, and you see another guy. Well, let's get this back. Damn it. I suck at this. All right. You have one guy here that is got a breaker bar. You got another guy with a crowbar. You see they took a safe. They popped it over on side. 18 seconds have elapsed. Basically, these guys go at it for roughly 2 minutes. In under 2 minutes, they're able to get this safe popped open. Yep. 1 minute, 27 seconds. They've got the door pried open far enough for somebody to reach in. In under 2 minutes, they've got the safe popped open. And this is an expensive safe. This is like a $1,500 gun safe. So yeah, 1 minute, 42 seconds, they've got that door open. And, safe storage laws basically penalize people who can't afford TL15, TL30, very expensive burglar-proof safes. In even those safes, the TL15 is only limited for 15 minutes against common tools like that pry bar and the crowbar. Burglars attacking that safe are able to get it open in 15 minutes. So if you're at work and the burglars have all day to attack your safe, they're going to get in. The safe is just a delay. Poor people cannot typically afford to spend $4,000 or $5,000 on a gun safe. If you're making minimum wage trying to support two kids, and the mother of the kids or the father of the kids is out of the picture, and it's required by law for you to have a safe of some sort, then guess what? You're not going to be able to have guns. And if you're living in Section 8 housing, or, you know, a slum of some sort, you're definitely not going to be able to move that $4,000 or $5,000 safe from place to place to place, because you're barely able to you know, pay your bills to begin with. You know, how are you going to be able to afford a $4,000 or $5,000 safe? Even if one's gifted to you, you're not going to be able to move that from apartment to apartment. Those things cost hundreds of dollars to move. Well, on top of that, you know, as you can see in the video, if you don't lag bolt that thing to the floor, people are just able to tip it over and attack it and get much more leverage on it. So yeah, that's another problem right there. So, you know, the safe storage laws really don't do anything but penalize the poor. You know, commonly if you go to like Home Depot or Costco or whatever, and you're getting what's called a RSC, a residential security container, those things don't even last the 2 minutes that were shown in the video there. Those things are open in like 30 seconds or less. You know, it's just sheet metal, and it gets popped open extremely easily, and the safe is gone. If you've got something like one of those nano safes, let me see if I can find that nano gun safe. All right, so yeah, let's take a look here. So yeah, if you look at the when I'm talking about a nano safe, I'm talking about something like this here, where it's basically a small sheet metal lockbox with some kind of wafer key there. That you can attach it to whatever with a cable, but it's basically able to be opened in seconds. Deviant Olam from DEF CON. Deviant Olam from DEF CON does a great video called From Safe to Armed in Seconds. I'll see if I can link it down below in the description after the video's done. But yeah, he shows, you know, how these safes can be opened in a couple seconds by anybody with like a bobby pin or just the most rudimentary and lock picking tools, and you're able to get a firearm out of this. So, you know, safe storage laws are really good at doing one thing and one thing only. That's one, or actually two things. One, making sure that you can't get to your firearm in an emergency very quickly. And two, prosecuting people who can't afford bodyguards and everything else. Because that's what this is all about, is making sure that poor people can't... making sure that poor people aren't able to defend themselves against criminals. So yeah, let's safe storage laws suck. It's basically just institutional racism writ large. Cory Booker also wants licensing for gun owners because, of course, licensing's never backfired. Elizabeth Warren wants to limit firearm purchases to one a month and suggested a 7-day waiting period before a law-abiding citizen can take possession of a lawfully purchased firearm. Yeah, this is in place in California. It hasn't done jack shit for reducing crime. Also, another popular thing, she wants a federal investigation of the NRA because free speech doesn't work or doesn't exist anymore if you've got the wrong opinions. Biden, came in. He pushed for a ban on AR-15s. He wants to see AR-15s put under the NFA like machine guns are, which, I'm a silencer guy. I'm a machine gun guy. That's not going to help, but whatever. These people are just clearly coming out and saying what they want. Beto O'Rourke, called out Buckhead for not supporting gun confiscation, and various other stuff. Yeah, basically, all these people are just calling for gun control and gun control, gun control, gun control. And it's, 4 years ago, you couldn't imagine seeing this stuff. Just goes to show how extreme the Democrats have gotten. A survey came out. Americans think the most gun deaths are murder. They're not. This goes back to something I've touched upon earlier. But basically, a AMP Research Lab survey shows that nearly 6 in 10 Americans think that homicides or mass shootings rather than suicide are the leading causes of gun death in the United States. Clearly not the case. Suicides account for 60% of all firearms deaths in the U.S. So, we get roughly 39,000, 30,000? Yeah, 39,000 firearms deaths in the U.S. I'm not sure what the... 39,000 gun deaths in the U.S. 60% of them were self-inflicted. 37% were non-mass homicides. Mass shootings account for just 117 deaths. So this ties into, again, something I touched on earlier, something I touched on in a previous broadcast, where public perception of crime is at odds with reality. People think that violent crime in the U.S. Is higher than it was a year ago. 60% of people think that, when in reality, violent crimes per 1,000 has decreased a great deal. So there's a link to this Pew survey down in the description. Check that out. Another thing. So John Lott has a new report out. See if I can get. See if I can get this. Whoops. Down here. Women and minorities fueling increase in concealed handgun permits. That's the lead to this story. But the reality here is that there is a new record increase in the number of concealed handgun permits. Basically, there are now 18.7 million concealed handgun permits in the U.S., up 1.4 million since last August. Far more people carry guns today than in 2007, when there was only 4.6 million permits. On top of that, 16 states, including Kentucky here, 16 states, including Kentucky, where I live, no longer need permits. We've got constitutional carry in the U.S. So that means that there are tens of millions of people carrying guns in the U.S. Despite this, the perception of crime is up because people don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they are panicked by the news. When you've got 16 states where people don't need a permit to carry concealed, when you've got close to 20 million people with concealed carry permits, and violent crime continues to decrease, well, folks, that's, there's perception and there's reality, and the two are not meeting. You hear epidemic of gun violence. It's not the concealed carry permit people committing the gun violence. It's people who will never, legally own a firearm. So basically women are largely fueling the increase in concealed carry permits. Among the 8 states that had data from 2012 to 19, permits for men grew by 107%, and permits for women soared by 215%. So, hey, Iron Kid 883 and Big Bad Goth. Good news if you guys ever move to the U.S., or bad news for you, Iron Kid, if you ever move to the U.S., Big Bad Goth might be able to legally carry a handgun and you won't be able to abuse her anymore. So in the 14 states with 2016 data on sex, women make up 36% of permit holders. Gun control and people are trying to limit concealed carry don't want women to be able to defend themselves. And that's all there is to it. Let's see. In those same years, number of black people with permits increased 30% faster than the number of white people with permits. Black people now make up 11% of permit holders. So good to see minorities exercising their Second Amendment rights. So let's see what else we've got here. So let's otherwise get off of gun control for a second. Bernie Sanders felt the burn, and he apparently had a heart attack on Friday. So that is, God knows what that's going to do to his chances of being president. Also, in other news, Joe Biden, some of you may remember Joe Biden's eyeball filled up with blood during the CNN town hall back in September. So now that's two of the Democratic candidates that have had major medical issues during the campaign season. Bernie, heart attack. Joe Biden had his eyeball filled with blood. God knows if he's had a stroke or something like that. On top of that, Elizabeth Warren basically lied about her being, having to leave being a professor due to her being pregnant. There's interesting shit going on. Illinois. Illinois is basically doing new committee rules that may shut down gun stores. We've seen this before in various places. City of Chicago has no gun stores within city limits because they've zoned it out of the city. So that's another way that cities like Chicago, New York, Washington D.C., San Francisco prevent people from owning guns by not having a gun store within city limits. If you're a poor person, then sucks to be you. So the Illinois State Joint Committee on Administrative Rules is in the process of imposing additional onerous layer of state licensing on federal firearms dealers, SB 337. Proposed rules could possibly strangle your local gun stores with government red tape. I mentioned San Francisco a couple of seconds ago. This is exactly what they did in San Francisco. The last gun store that they had there was basically forced out of business because the city supervisors kept piling regulations on it. They made it so that the gun stores had to have video of every sale and had to be provided. The gun stores had to have a certain amount of things. They couldn't advertise. They couldn't do this. They couldn't do that. Finally, the last gun store, which had been open for over 100 years, said, fuck this, we're quitting, and there's no gun stores left in San Francisco. Chicago, or Illinois' government boards, which is dominated by Chicago, is trying to do the same thing. So in other good news, Florida teachers now allowed to carry guns in the classroom. Good news, maybe bad news, depending on your orientation. But basically, Florida decided that the gun control plan of make sure that the guy committing mass murder is the only one armed is not the best idea in the world. And now teachers are allowed to carry guns in the classroom. School districts can choose to opt in or opt out. Obviously, most school districts are going to opt out. Miami-Dade, Orlando, they've opted out. Bay County schools in the Panhandle may have teachers with loaded firearms. So best way to prevent a mass shooting is to make sure that you can shoot back. Let's see. Here's the video I was talking about earlier about Elizabeth Warren saying the school fired her over a pregnancy. That's done. All right. What else do we have here? House Judiciary Committee's assault weapons ban fallout. Basically, there's a link to this article in the comments down below. I suggest that you read it. Anti-gun AG's push for universal background checks for ammo. Yet another thing in the litany of gun control things. If they can't get, once they get universal background checks on guns, they want to do universal background checks on ammo. They want to limit the amount of ammo you can have in your house. Everything is an incremental step to making sure that nobody can exercise their Second Amendment rights. So they, once you make it incredibly difficult for people to exercise it, then you kill, people being able to do it, and you lose your ability to own guns in a generation. Let's see here. Logical fraud of conflating gun deaths with public safety. Vox recently published an article by German Lopez. Makes an error. Basically, they, it's a whole bunch of stuff here. What basically happens is that these people combine homicide, suicide, and accidents and call that gun violence, and it's intellectual dishonesty, it's logical fallacies, basically, and that's all there is to it. Constitutional carry bill introduced in Florida. So Florida, first state to have 2 million concealed carry permits, is now going full hog or whole hog and going to do constitutional carry, eliminating the permit requirement entirely. Now, If that passes, of course, people will still get permits in Florida. Florida is one of the few states that allows a out-of-state person to have a Florida concealed carry permit. But, we'll see what this does for crime. Florida has led the way on constitutional or led the way on concealed carry reform. So we'll see what happens. They also filed a campus carry bill to allow people to carry in schools. So we'll see what's up. In other news, Hobby Lobby, the same people that were targeted over abortion laws and reproductive rights laws, are now the target of anti-gun activism. Basically, some anti-gun lady, Leslie Ruffing from Aurora, Illinois, she went to the Hobby Lobby and saw 2 metal signs. One of the signs featured 2 cross pistols in the words, "We don't call 911," and the other ones read, "No trespassing, violators will be shot, survivors will be shot again." She flipped out. She basically decided, "Oh my God, I'm not keeping that." Total meltdown, on Twitter, and she basically had a freak out over seeing these signs. Of course, now she's, because of the ratio that she got and the hammering that she got from people all over the web, because people saw this and rightly ridiculed her. Her tweets are protected, so you can't see it. Basically, this isn't my tastes, but hey, everybody has different tastes here. Next up, New York Times reporter, gun violence, nothing we can do. Second Amendment. Climate change, nothing we can do. Free markets. Threats, harassment, Nazis, nothing we can do. Free speech. Basically, this guy did a op-ed saying free speech is killing us. This shows basically how fucked up these people are. They can't get their point of view, accepted. So, they say we need to get rid of constitutional rights across the board. Oh, man, climate change, we can't convince people to do it, so we need to get rid of the free market. Oh, gosh, we can't get our politics pushed through, so we need to deem everything as hate speech. Everybody who disagrees with me is a Nazi. Gun violence. Oh, gosh, gun violence is a epidemic, despite, reality showing otherwise. But so we can't push the gun control we want. So, we need to get rid of the Second Amendment. And that's what these people want. They want to get rid of the Second Amendment. They want to get rid of free speech. They want to get rid of the free markets because they don't like people disagreeing with them, and they want their own they want totalitarianism. So they publish these articles. And, there's a New York Times article about how free speech is killing us, when in reality, it's not. These people just want to put away their, or they want to pretend that their opinion's the only right opinion. Anyone who disagrees with them is a Nazi, and there we go. Well, the guy who published this stupid-ass tweet, let me see if I can find, I'm going to have to pull it up again. Let me see where I can find it. Boom. This guy made this dumbass tweet here, and he got ratioed for it. There's a term for this where, somebody makes a post and they get more replies than they do retweets or likes on it, and that is called being ratioed. When somebody's ratioed like this, you can tell their shit is, or they've basically have had a bad opinion or offended, a whole bunch of people. And this is right this time. This guy is a fucknut and doesn't need to be pushing this shit. So yeah. It goes to show that journalists, these journalists are pushing for this stuff. When journalists are coming out against free speech, that is a bad sign. The journalists have gone from being actual reporters and actual journalists to being activists. The journalists are no longer unbiased. They are acting as the PR arm of the Democratic Party. They are acting as, arbiters of what people should see and hear and think. And they have a huge ability to manipulate people's minds through what gets published and what doesn't. And we've seen this over and over and over again. Last week, for example, there was an article in the New York Times where they alleged that the NRA was going to financially defend Trump against impeachment in return for quid pro quo where gun control wouldn't be pushed. And this went out, on like Thursday or something. And then a few hours later, they edited it to remove the quid pro quo because nobody could substantiate it after this article was shared thousands of times. The journalism is no longer an honorable profession. These people are activists. They are PR agents. They are, basically pushing propaganda. And, they like to scream about, oh my God, Trump calling us enemy of the people is so dangerous to journalists. Oh my God, it's something fascism would do. No, if you guys had an ounce of self-awareness, then these charges couldn't be made because you guys wouldn't be as biased as you are. Sorry, sucks to be y'all. Let's see, looking in chat, what do we have here? Do you think you could ever get Greg Medford on the live stream? Anything's possible. I mean, there's no telling. Who knows? Maybe I could do a SHOT Show interview with Greg Medford or something along those lines. Let's see, did you hear that Smith & Wesson is moving out of its base in Massachusetts? Not a surprise there. A ton of people are moving out of Massachusetts. If I remember correctly, Springfield Armory, Colt, they were all located in Massachusetts, and a whole bunch of companies, saw where Massachusetts was going, and they got the fuck out of Dodge. Gun companies leaving Massachusetts. Let me see if. Another. Sorry, I if I had seen this earlier, I would have done some research. But a number of companies have left the anti-gun north and moved down south and opened up various facilities, in gun-friendlier states. In places like Texas and various others have given incentives for companies to move south and do that. Here in Kentucky, we had a huge facility open up for Remington / Freedom Arms Group. What's going on with that, I don't know. I think they had a whole bunch of layoffs or something like that and did some consolidation. But yeah, a lot of companies are moving out of the anti-gun states and moving to where the grass is greener. I can't really blame them for that. So yeah, 6:08 p.m. We have talked for a great deal on a variety of subjects. So I guess it is time for us to do the giveaway for the Ontario SP8 Machete Survival. So if you guys are ready for the giveaway, yeah, let's get this done. Let me see some G's in chat if you're ready for the giveaway here. Otherwise, we can keep talking about various topics, and I can do some other stuff here. So yeah. Oh, hey, look, 22 viewers, awesome. So yeah, we've got some various people online here. I guess people have realized that it's almost time for the live stream giveaway and stuff like that. So yeah, if you guys are ready for the giveaway, let's see some G's in chat, and we'll get that done. So yeah, all right. So let me close this window. Let me get to the giveaway thread window. All right, get to page 1 on that, and let's go to random.org. All right. So yeah, I'm seeing some G's. Excellent. All right, so yeah, let's do this. Let's do this thing. Let's hit the generate button. All right, 260. We'll go to the giveaway thread. 260 is probably going to be on page 14, I think. Nope, very last one on page 13. So let's go to page 13. Ooh, scroll down, 259. 257, 258, 259. Timo 5150. So post number 260. Timo 5150. All right, Timo 5150 wins the Ontario Spec Plus. Timo's been a member of Blade Forum since February 15th. Oh man, well, he's a lurker. He's basically only made 53 posts for his entire time here. Let's see where his posting is. Man, most of his posting seems to be in the giveaway threads too. Wow. So yeah, Timo 5150 wins the giveaway for the Spec Plus SP8. So I'll be messaging him after that. So yeah, so congrats to Timo 5150. Let's see here. Ontario SP8 Grand Prize winner, post 260, Timo 5150. So congrats to him. All right, folks. So let's do this. Let's get who's ready for the live stream giveaway. Are you guys ready to do the live stream giveaway? Yeah. So yeah, let's do this. So we are going to do the live stream giveaway. I'm going to do the doo-wop music here. You've got until the doo-wop music here stops to get your bladeforums.com username in the chat. So get your bladeforums.com username in chat if you want to be entered in the live stream giveaway. All right, so Andy Moon, I see you here. All right, only one time, folks. Let me get the wheel of giveaways thing up here, and we will do the random. There we go. All right. All right, MQQN. All right, I guess Get Her Done is one. There. Evil Ed. Southpaw Draw. Gasman 1. B-Rab. Oh, I'm seeing some new faces here. MB. M Rider 86. Keop. All right, folks, you guys have 30 seconds to get your name in. 30 seconds to get your name in on the drawing here. Come on. You know, if you want to win, you got to get your name in the window. 10 seconds. 10 seconds to get your name in. Anyone else going to get entered in on the live stream giveaway? There we go, Kevin Anderson. Anyone else? All right, music's over. Do we have any alibis? Do we have any alibis? It's because it's time to do the live stream drawing. Any alibis for getting your name in on the live stream drawing? Chris Doyle, we have not done the live stream prize pack yet. Have you got your name in? Not seeing anything. Do we need to wait further? And I'm seeing 19 people in the thing. Chris Doyle, you're not eligible. Okay, cool. SWEDC, SWEDC, yeah. Oh yeah, SWEDC. There's your name. Sorry about that, man. Almost missed you. Oh, Chris Doyle is asking what the prize is. The prize for this week is going to be... the prize for this week is going to be a Kershaw Groove, a SE-AH1 Arrowhead as usual, Gemtech sticker, a Tough Products Shot Show Velcro patch, 550 cord as usual, and fuck it, we're going to do some soy sauce this week. So yeah, just various stuff we got around, so that's going to be the live stream. Oh, look at this, we got a late arrival. Alright, so we're going to do the... Alright, there we go. We got a late arrival. Mr. Cookie is a late arrival. Anyone else? Anyone else need to get their name in? No? Alright, let's hit it. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. Round and round it goes. SWEDC, Mr. Cookie. Oh! Mr. Cookie, you lucked out. CJ, Blue Buck, sorry bud, too late. Mr. Cookie is the winner. All right, Mr. Cookie. Hopefully that is your bladeforums.com username. So, yep. If that's your bladeforums.com username, then I will message you after the... I'll message you after the thing here, and we'll get that going out the door. Oh, hey, Dwight Doyle, Alec, good to see some of y'all. Rekozma, stuff like that. So yeah, folks, that is it for the live stream giveaway. So let's make sure that you guys do the right thing here. Get on week 41. Make sure that you guys get your entries in. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like this video. Comment down below. Come on, folks. Likes and comments. Helps out Bladeforms. Doesn't cost you a goddamn thing to like and comment on the videos that we have going on here. And, yeah, it makes everything better. In the meantime, it is raining like cats and dogs here. It's gotten super dark out, so I'm gonna get out of here, and we're going to do that. And here's the music to lead us out. So yeah, folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me talk about bullshit again. And good luck to all of y'all in next week. Thanks for being a part of 20 years of bladeforms.com rocking and rolling and being awesome. Appreciate each and one of y'all who tuned in. See you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Get your entry in on the Nick Matanzas. That's going to be week 41. View the links down below. FBI Uniform Crime Reports. Recap of the anti-gun bullshit that went on in Democrat Town Hall. And yeah, if you have to deal with somebody in your house, make sure that you follow the law and don't tie them up and have them in your basement, Silence of the Lambs style. In the meantime, hope you guys have a great weekend for what's left of it. And yeah, y'all be safe out there, and I hope you all have a great day.